sketchy Al.
I'd like to say for the record that my first puppy wasn't in fact my first dog. That honor belongs to my yellow Labrador, Sophie Bean. There was a Chow Chow around when I was really little named Ren Ren, and the only thing I remember about her was how my very little brother got to ride her like a horse, and I was super jelly because I was too big to pull off the same thing. Also, she was old at that point, so she really never felt like my dog. We just happened to coexist together at the same time. Anyways, back to Sophie Bean. We got her when I was in 6th grade from the first owner, who was a mom with 2 kids, in Viva Las Vegas, New Mexico. At that point, Sophie Bean was a full-grown 1-year-old, but still had the spazzy energy of a puppy, which was too much for the very young kids then, but my bro and I were of perfect age for her. Sophie always had loved being with kids the most, so after bro and me graduated from high school and were off learning how to survive in the real life, she ended up staying with my aunt, which had 7 kids. One of them actually had a fear of dogs, but Sophie's sweet, loving nature helped the boy overcome the phobia. Good girl, Sophie. Her final years were spent at that home in SoCal with a huge grassy backyard, and one afternoon she went to sleep under the lemon tree and never woke up. She was 14 years old. We had some great adventures together, and I'm really grateful for that outcome with her in the end. So yeah, I feel really lucky to have that kind of closure there with my first dog. So, my first puppy came from Cuba, New Mexico again. After a full year of taking care of our 2 kitties very well, I felt confident we can take care of a dog at this point. I always had an eye out for beagles ever since high school, due to looking super adorbs to me, and I've come to learn about how they have very long endurance, which makes a perfect hiking buddy to join on epic adventures in the deep wilderness. So due to having kitties already, we definitely needed to get a puppy to get along with them. I also wanted to have another girl dog to boot, since at this point, the testosterone was strong in our little family. And so far, that's just been my personal experience dog gender-wise, by coincidence. Yeah, I'm not sure how I can get away with belly rubs on a male dog. Way too close for comfort, I gotta admit.
Red Rocket.
Why am I laughing? So one day in April, I finally decided to pursue getting a beagle puppy, right then and there. After researching beagles for some time, double-checking if it's still the right dog for me, which it was, I noticed in the images that their fur pattern and color looked a lot like the French dessert to me, the eclair. So now I have already came up with a name for my puppy girl I have yet to get. That afternoon, I looked in the local newspaper online and saw 2 advertisements for beagle puppies. One ad had 5 available and the other just 1. I called both numbers and left messages since they didn't answer right away. That's when I finally realized the ad was 2 weeks old. Son of a beagle! They are probably long gone by now. I finally got a call back an hour later with the owner of 5, and sure enough, all of them had found homes a long time ago. If all 5 are taken at this point, I'm sure the only one left in the other ad is long gone too. I almost didn't answer the incoming call that rang 2 hours later, but I decided to get it over with and just confirm the disappointing news.
Hi, I got your message about my ad.
Yes?
Well, she's still surprisingly available if you're still interested.
I couldn't believe what I just heard. It was a crazy lucky break. So, I was able to make the arrangements to get her that weekend in ABQ, where the air smells of warm root beer, since both of us live an hour away from that choice meeting spot. Otherwise, it would have been a 2-hour trip just to get to Cuba. Before the due date, I looked back at the ad, and it said, 4-month-old female chocolate beagle available. Chocolate? I never heard of that kind of beagle before. I knew about the standard tricolor, lemon, the dark type colored, but I didn't know about the chocolate variety existing, and decided to look it up via Google Images. Turns out, she was even better than what I saw online. The farmer decided to bring the parents as well, and there I saw in a crate the standard colored with the black saddle mother and the chocolate colored father. Behind them was a shy little beagle girl that reminded me of what I was like when I was little. And then it hit me. The name I came up for her, long before I even knew chocolate beagles existed, couldn't have been a more perfect fit. It felt like it was destiny that Eclair and I were meant to be together. That's what I like to believe anyway sometimes. Looking back now, I'm always amazed on how she has been one lucky dog to go on so many adventures. Chasing bighorn sheep in the mountains, visiting the beach on the east and west coast, tons of hiking in various states, to which she seems to like scrambling on the sandstone hikes in Utah, and other various adventures to boot, like visiting the Beagle Hotel on her 5th birthday when we happened to pass through Idaho that winter. Oh, crazy timing. Then I realized that I'm the one that took her on those super lucky adventures, to which I see them as huge accomplishments in my life. I couldn't ask for a better buddy on 4 legs to share them with. So that's the story of my first puppy! Kinda ironic that for a dog person, I really only had 2 dogs in my life so far. Anyways, thanks so much for checking out my puppy video today. I hope to make another one with my Eclair, to where I almost lost her twice. Yeah, if you're up for that, then do subscribe if you likey to keep an eye out for that crazy story. Hoo boy. Overall, as always, hope to catch you around next time. Ciao!